Hey, it's Guido coming at you with a tactics talk. You know, being in a medium bottom tier can be one of the more difficult ways to play this game. Trying to figure out how to actually be effective as a bottom tier medium is a skill that takes a while to develop. And some of the things you need to do, obviously, is pay attention to the map, to the mode, and to your team, and go where your bottom tier medium support can mean the most. I will end up having a pretty good game on this, but I will not be the critical cog, but I will be a pretty good support tank working through with the tier 10s. If you look at the two teams, you can tell right away we have quite a medium advantage up top based on both players and the types of tanks. So I'm going to add my 8.8 Panther Premium German tier 8 medium, bottom tier for this battle, into the mix with the rest of the tier 10 mediums. I figured they would go this way, and as I headed off down the A line, that is exactly where they went. You'll note at that point then, I will get up there with them. We can see that the 140 and the bat chat are pushing up. This is pretty standard from that side. They'll try to get into the corner and then have some support up on their hill, approximately the D1 area. The bat chat makes a fairly foolish move. I miss and a poor shot right there. Should have let him. But we've got our bat chat. There's me. There's some other tanks. He's going to get his shots in, but he's going to end up getting wrecked. Now from here I'm support. I notice the 140 has shot. He's probably not going to reload in time even though he's got a fast one, so I'll poke out and shoot. I backed up further than I wanted to. I'm going to take a shot on the 49 there because there is a possibility I will bounce the 140. The 140 has shot again. This time I will aim, looking for the track, and we end up killing him. Got the 416. I feel like I can poke around just enough to get a shot, and there's a Panther back there. More than likely they have more tanks. Let's stop the action right off the bat. They have lost 4 tanks right in here. We have quite a few tanks with us. Camera gets wonky here, so we'll just go ahead and start. There's Panther 2 out in the open. He's going to suffer the consequences of that one. And they end up missing. And now we're going to push. So I am supporting this medium push that has the support of the 5120. Quite a few tanks come this way. And that's pretty much what I figured would happen based on what I saw for the team setups. We don't have much in town, but they're not getting overly aggressive. They're sitting back, so they're doing the right thing. And you can tell that they have invested quite a few tanks over here. Unfortunately, their screen of mediums have all gone down, and now we're back into their second row of tanks. So I'll just continue to work on these tanks. I actually take that shot hoping I could lob it over the roof and get lucky, but I figured I might also hit that building and clear it out. I see the Panther 2 has retreated into that barn, which is not much protection. You can see that I can shoot right through. I'll back up as soon as I shoot and make him miss. And you'll note that I rarely stop moving, trying to spoil any shots. I really don't have a shot on him, and now I'm going to help move up with the 140 and the 50M. Looking to get as much damage as I can. So I've collected 1600. I've gone with the flow. I figured out where my team was going to go. In my bottom tier medium, I flowed with them. Here comes the T-57. And I just added my gun into that mix. And you can see that we are pretty quickly swarming and coming in. And as I said, I've got a pretty good team. You will probably have noted when we started this thing that it was fairly predictable how it was going to go based on the skill of the upper tier tanks. That's not to say it was an auto win, but it was looking good. So you got to take that stuff into consideration. I'll take that shot, blind shot, just hopefully it gets in there, but it doesn't work. You've got to take that into consideration when you're analyzing what you're going to do. And if you find yourself in that happy situation, then go ahead and take advantage of it. Leverage your play against that and start to look for those hit points. Now I'm going to make a mistake right here, something I don't usually do. I sort of sit back like a clown and I'm letting the 140 and the 50M spot. I should have been right with them, right down that hill and right up the other side, because this is just cleanup on aisle 2. There's a lot of hit points back there, and I'm going to let some of them go. I think I tracked that guy or plain old missed. And by the time I get aggressive enough to get in, I'm well behind those guys. And I've talked about that quite a bit on other videos when I'm up here in the front in the vanguard and all these guys are lagging behind. Well, now I'm that guy, and I really wish I hadn't done it. Unfortunately, I bump into that 150-120. But even though I'm lagging the fight, I'll just cruise in here as fast as possible and see if I can't find some more hit points of damage. And I'm actually very surprised as I get up here, there will still be some tanks alive, despite the numbers of tanks on my team that are already in there. These guys survive for quite a while, which is very strange. And you can attribute that to the rest of my team just sort of sitting back and poking at them and not swarming them. And all they've got to do is get in, get behind them, and finish them off. This 140, for example, I'd have just gone right in there. Scorpion G is all turned around. I didn't even notice. Bad essay on my part. I did not even notice that Miles is right there, so I just shoot him on the way by. That was a surprise. Shouldn't have been. Massive tank on the mini-map for days and days. I'll get around to where I was going anyway. We'll take out that Scorpion G, and I'm just going to tuck up on the side of this 140. I sort of wish I'd have rammed him here. I don't know why I didn't, to be quite honest. Thinking I'm just going to sit here and reload, but the 50M comes in, barreling in and whacks him. And he ends up dying. So there you go. A little bit of information on how to be a bottom tier medium. To go with the flow, right? Just read the battle, look for the place that you can be the most effective, and get there. Add your gun into the game. Let's see how it all worked out for me.